Diving into our lesson here, we've got passive activity losses and loss limitations. We've talked about a lot about active sources of income, and we'll see some passive sources of losses. We're going to talk about things such as the mom and pop exception, if that's something that you're familiar with. We're going to see about carry forward, carry back rules, talk about that $3,000 capital loss against ordinary income. All great things because guess what? They're deductions, and what do deductions do? They help you to reduce your taxable income. Let's see what we've got as learning objectives before we dive right in. First off, we're going to want to calculate loss limitations for tax purposes for our individual taxpayers. We want to analyze projections to effectively minimize tax limitations. For these purposes here, we want to make sure how to use these properly, carrying back losses, carrying them forward, making sure we're not losing out on any losses that we're able to deduct. Pretend like you're actually doing taxes, because what's the worst that happens is you get good at doing them, you can do them for yourself later on, right? Double benefit, you pass the exam, and then you can also save yourself some money. Next, we want to analyze projections to effectively minimize loss limitations for individual taxpayers. We also want to determine the basis and the application of at-risk rules that can apply. We're going to talk about at-risk basis, all that. And lastly, be familiar with the K1 and its effect on your 1040. What's a K1? Well, that's going to include your passive activity, possibly if you're a limited partner, not to get too much down that rabbit hole, but a lot of passive activity, possible income and losses from your partnership, from your S Corp, something like that. So that's what we're going to see. We're going to dive in and see this all much more in depth. Let's get right to it. Hey there. Are you ready to not only pass your CPA exams, but truly understand and enjoy the material while studying? I know it seems impossible, right? Especially to enjoy the material. We'll do it together. Tap into the power of CPA.examprep.ai, where we've got personalized quizzes, multiple choice questions, memorization guides, flashcards, simulations, all tailored to your learning. Our adaptive study planning puts you on the fastest path to success and lifts you back up if you fall behind. Avoid wasting your precious time and money attempting an exam with a low chance of passing, because who wants that? We want to get you through this process as quick as possible. Our exam readiness prediction lets you walk in with confidence, knowing that you're prepared for success on exam day. Thankfully, there's no payment method needed to get started, so why don't you come join us? Visit cpa.examprep.ai and let's achieve your exam success together.